Hey you guys, I am Anna. I am a customer service agent for an airline, and I have 5 tips that's going to make it a lot easier for you this holiday season if you are traveling with an airline or flying. Okay, so I'm going to get right started. Before I forget, please like and subscribe to my channel. I am going to have a little bit of everything about my life, my journey as a foster parent that's coming up soon, my journey as this new career that I have. So just join me through all this. Um, yeah, that's it. So like and subscribe to this channel. So we're going to go real quick to the tips. So like I said, I have 5 tips that is going to help your travel go smoother. Okay. The first one, any airline that you're going through now, they have apps. Download the app on to your phones. Okay. It's always good to download the app because it's going to give you an easy way to check in before within 24 hours. It's going to give you your times of departure. It's going to give you your boarding passes. And then now some airlines, you are able to check in bags and pay for bags online. Okay. So the app is awesome to download. Also, with that being said, when you are checking in online or on your app, make sure you add your phone number. This is super, super, super important. The reason being is that anytime there's a cancellation or a delay, or even if they have upgrades available, or if the flight's oversold and they need some volunteers, they are going to text you. Okay. So make sure you have that in there, because one thing that's always stressful for me or stressful for people is coming up to me at the gate or coming up to me at the ticket counter and says, "Hey, I didn't know this was delayed." We text you. We're not gonna not text you and say, "Hey, you're delayed. You're not delayed," or whatever. Um, then the third thing, you could print off your boarding passes, or you could download them. You could download them on your phone using the app, or you could take a picture, or you could print them off at home. Okay, with that being said, I have some tips on printing them at home. Do not use color paper, use white paper. Okay, do not enlarge or decrease your boarding passes. Okay, the reason being is if you're doing it on a black and white or on a different color paper, it's mainly like TSA. When you're scanning it at TSA, they are not going to recognize that other color. They're going to recognize it as black. So their system, it's black and white. Okay. And also, if you download them, or if you increase them or decrease them, the pixels on the barcode expands, and it's not going to give you the correct information or whatever. So couple things like that. So try not to print them off on color paper, and just print them off how they print. When you hit print, just print it. Don't enlarge, don't decrease. Do not double side them also, because sometimes with that white paper, when you scan them, it's going to come up here on the back also. Like when you scan it, I don't know how to explain it, but it's going to like reflect, I guess. That it's going to have a different thing on the back side. Okay? So also, with that being said, if you have the app, or if you are downloading and you want to take a picture of it, it's not going to work. Don't take a picture of a picture. Just download it or screenshot it on your phone, or on some, I think it's Apple, and I don't know if Google does it, but you could save your boarding passes, your electronic boarding passes, on your wallet. Also, I did notice the other day that I thought was really cool, that you can, on your Apple Watch, you can sync your boarding pass to your Apple Watch. So then your Apple Watch, you just scan it over, which is really cool because I didn't notice that, and I don't have an Apple Watch. So those are those tips. Another thing, luggage. Okay, each airline has different rules, so check their website. So for the airline that I work for, you could take on one personal item and one carry-on bag. I'm going to show you my carry-on bag. So this is my carry-on roller bag that I use when I travel. This is about, I want to say it's a 19-inch. Anything bigger than that will not fit. This, I know personally, fits in the slot that they have at airports. So each airline at each airport will have a little measuring thing that you could take your suitcase ahead of time and slide it in there and see if it counts as a carry-on bag or not. If it's over the carry-on size, you're gonna have to check it, even if it's an inch. I'm gonna tell you how many times people try to pass that and say, oh no, last time they let me check it, or last time they let me carry it on. No way. There's not a way that that door in the airplane is going to be able to close. Those are specific measurements. Okay, so that is my carry-on, and I always have a backpack that is my personal item. I use it as my personal item because my regular purse, I could use a smaller purse if I'm traveling, and I just set it in there. This has room for to slide my laptop in it, and it also has this little slit in back that I could put over my handles on my carry-on. Okay, so make sure you check your airline's policies. Our airline, you could get a free carry-on and your free personal item. Some of them, okay, and then our checked bags, it's a little different. So our checked bags, we do charge for the checked bag. You need to check the airline because they go by weight for your checked bag. Our airline, it's 50 pounds and below. If it's over 50 pounds, there is a charge. Okay? We always get, every single day, I get this. Every single day I work, I get somebody that their bag's overweight. And they say, oh, well, when I came, or the last time I flew, they let me get that 5 pounds. Or the other airport, oh, they let me get the 5 pounds over. No. This is a FAA rule. Okay? We, as people with the airlines, we can't go over it. There's a weight imbalance for the aircraft that we have to go by. Okay? So do not come to us at the customer service agent and say, the last airport let me do it. We're not going to believe you. We know the other airport's not going to let you do it because we don't let you do it. Okay? Make sure you check those rules because there's a charge. If it goes over 50.1, there is, with our airline, there's like $100 charge, and we don't want to charge you that. So ahead of time, a lot of people, they'll come in like that day before or earlier in the day with their suitcase, or even before they check in, and say, can I weigh my suitcase? Sure. You let them weigh them. If it's over, then they switch stuff around with the other suitcase or the carry-on. Perfect. One thing that we always get is people come up to us and they are overweight, and we're telling them, hey, it's overweight. They stop there, they take their stuff out, they try to maneuver it over to your other luggage, causing a line behind us. Try to be more efficient. That's why it is really important to look on the website. Okay? And then, like I said, each airline is different. Ours is 50 pounds. United could be 30. Delta could be 40 or something. So just check each airline. Also, kiosks. We have kiosks in I think a lot of our airports now. Like, I know I've seen them in Dallas and Chicago. That is a good way to check in. A lot of the airlines, or I've noticed a lot of the stations, they make you go directly to the kiosk before you even come up to the customer service agent. Okay? Ours, we're a smaller airport, so we do both. You know, we're not going to tell the person if there's nobody in line, we're not going to tell them go to the kiosk, okay? The kiosk, you're able to check in, you're able to get your boarding passes in there, you're able to upgrade your seats on there, you're able to scan your passports, you're able to get your luggage tags, everything you think of, you could do it at the kiosk. If you come to, at least if you come to my airport and you see a long line and there's nobody at the kiosk, go do the kiosk. What happens is when you go to the kiosk, even if you're going to check in bags, you could do it at the kiosk. When you're checking in your bag at the kiosk, they'll print out a bag tag. You put it on your suitcase. You go up to the customer service agent that is specifically just checking in bags, and they'll scan it in for you and good to go. Also, don't be tricky. There is people that want to be tricky and say, okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to go and do the kiosk because I know my bag's over 50 pounds. We still weigh it. We're still going to weigh it. Okay? So that's a tip. Kiosk is going to be your friend during this high travel season of the holidays. Okay? This is a bonus tip, but this is the most important tip that I tell everybody. Make sure you're at the airport 2 hours before your departure time. Okay? 2 hours. Because I rather you be early for it cut me off halfway. Okay, so it's best for you to come in 2 hours before because I don't want you rushing up to the ticket counter and say, hey, I need to check in and I can't check you in because check-in's at a half hour. Or if you're rushing over and you have bags to be checked, check-in for bags is about 40 with our airport. It is 45 minutes before we start boarding. Okay? So, if your flight says 7:30, your airplane is boarding at 7 o'clock. The doors close 10 till. Okay? So, think about this. 2 hours. You get there, you'll have enough time to check in your bags, check in, go through TSA. That's going to be probably from getting to the airport, checking in your bags, checking in with us. You're probably with us for 15 minutes. You go through TSA. Right now it's a big travel time. You go through TSA, that could be like another 15 minutes. Then you get to the gate, you finally find the gate. You board 30 minutes early. That is going to give you enough time. You won't even have time to sit. Yeah, you'll probably have time to sit around for a half hour. That is better than being late, coming to us, trying to check in your bags, or check in, and you're rushing through TSA and you miss that flight. Okay? We get that all the time. Everybody's like, oh, this is a small airport. 2 hours is fine. 2 hours is plenty of time. I could come in like a half hour before. No. No. What's going to happen is that we're going to have to put you on standby for that next flight. And say that next flight is not until 2 hours later. Make sure you're on time for your flight. Make sure you get to the airport 2 hours. 2 hours in advance. Traffic, parking. Right now, parking is going to be a mess because the holiday season. You're going to be parking in Timbuktu. You know, you're going to be parking across the airport. Make sure you get there early. I'd rather have you guys being there, sitting around bored because you don't have anything to do for an hour until your flight, boards. Instead of you coming in late or being late thinking, oh, I have enough time. I have an hour before my boarding time. Nope. Check up our bags. We could only check in bags. The latest is 45 minutes. Okay? Check-in time for your flight is 30 minutes. So that 30 minutes, that's when they're starting to, that's even before they're starting to board. So that's an hour. So make sure you get there on time. They start boarding a half hour soon or a half hour later. They close the door 10 minutes. 10 minutes before the departure time. That is gives us enough time for the flight attendants to get everybody situated in their seats. That gives us enough time as gate agents and as customer service agents to get all the paperwork for the flight to the flight attendant and the pilot. That gives everybody enough time, us enough time to make sure you depart on time. So there you go. There's my little rant on being on time to your flights. Okay. So again, to recap, download the app of your airline. Add your phone number. I have my little notes here. Add your phone number to your when you're checking in. You could print off your boarding passes at home. You could also download them on your phone. You could also save them on your Apple Watch. Check your requirements on your bags, your carry-on, and your check bags. Use the kiosk. That's going to be an easy way for you to get in and out and be on time. Okay? Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this. Comment below on any other tips or anything that I missed. And like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, you guys. Have a good day.